Now, there's a significant role for business in terms of forming what are called local area skills plans. They'll be coordinated through organisations such as Chambers of Commerce, who will help get collective views of you as employers to feed into the education system to make sure that what we're delivering is what you need. And of course, that's a balance between what young people and adults want to train in and what the jobs are that you have available. And it's about making sure that the fully rounded curriculum that we offer enables those skills to develop in whatever pathway or interest an individual is individually involved in. The next cornerstone is about significant investment, which is always beneficial. Investment to support you to access further training, to support us to develop high quality learning facilities such as those we've got already, and hopefully once the doors are open, some of the changes that have gone on in the college recently, you'll be able to have a look at. So some of the things around the Institute of Technology, some of the other improvements around the building, and the opportunities that we're working to try and, again, put you at the heart of that. And college-led business centres are part of the government's key strategy. So we're going to be looking closely about what that means for you as employers, but equally for our student body in terms of the opportunities they may have to start up their own businesses. The next opportunity is about making it easy for everybody to access training and learning flexibly throughout their lives. So that's a combination of support for you as employers to be able to support your workforce to develop, but also about the opportunities that individuals will have with what's going to be called a lifelong learning account, which will give them 4 years worth of funding to get qualifications up to and including degree levels. So that's quite an exciting investment. Reform and funding and accountability is the next thing, just to make it easier for these things to happen. I mean, you know, we try and operate swan-like, serenely, rising on top of what is mountains of bureaucracy to make things happen, and that's going to smooth things out, which means that we can devote even more time to supporting you in what you want to do. And then the final element is about supporting us to make sure we've got the best specialists in further education. Looking at, there will be a major recruitment drive about getting individuals like yourselves who have got vast levels of industry experience into further education. So you'll have seen the initiatives that have been undertaken in terms of getting people into schools to teach. Will be similar investment and similar initiatives in getting the right people and the right specialists into further education so that we're very much at the forefront of what you need. So the focus, as I said, is very much about putting the employers in the driving seat. But that, as I've said, and in true parliamentary briefing style, next slide, please. Our focus has always been what you want and what you need, and working with you and able to shape that. And Leanne will talk a bit more about the practicalities later on in terms of what we do and how we work with you from start to getting that individual output that you're looking for. But our branding that we launched this time last year, admittedly in very strange, very different circumstances, you know, we were able to provide you with hot food and a coffee and drop in at the college and do that as soon as we're back open again. We're more than happy to do that. I've got 2 working legs. I had 1 working leg this time last year, all very different. But we launched two significant facets of our strategy. One is about upskilling members of the community to do more and achieve more, but also about supporting you to engage your workers, your individuals within your organization to strive and be ready for the future. And we talked quite a lot about the needs of the future workplace, and that need of the future workplace then come and smacked us in the face when it got to March, because suddenly more of us were working at home. We've got video technology. We're working in a very different way than the way we were before. So that need to upskill and reskill staff is more important than ever and has actually been accelerated. So what we want to be able to do is to be able to indicate to you, well, this is the type of funding that's available. This is how initiatives such as apprenticeships can help you to upskill your current workforce, reskill your current workforce, but equally bring in new and fresh ideas from people who are more familiar with this technology. They're getting new blood into your business as well. So we want you to understand and work with you to understand that apprenticeships are about stage and not age. So it's about progression to the next level of job, not about just getting 16 or 17 or 18-year-olds into your business. And there are massive opportunities for doing that, but equally about engaging older individuals to become apprentices, to bring their experience into the workforce and to work with you to develop your business. And then there are a wider range of training needs that we can provide above and beyond traineeships, and we'll look at that as well. So next slide, please. Obviously, it's National Apprenticeship Week, so we will start with apprenticeships. Now, an apprenticeship, for those of you that are not as dyed in the wool in it as maybe Leanne and I are, they've changed quite radically from a lot of the experiences that we may have understood when we were in a school environment and when we were progressing into work, and the understanding of a time served apprentice, about somebody who goes in and it's something with a hammer or is very practical in nature. Apprenticeships cover a whole range of industries, massive range of industries, from everything from business administration through construction and engineering, through food and technology, through hospitality, through the opportunity to engage with law and higher level skills and business level qualifications, degree level qualifications are all available through the apprenticeship route. To help kickstart the economy, as part of the plan for jobs, there was a significant investment in employers being encouraged to take on new starts, and those initiatives are available until the end of March initially. Fingers crossed, and the sector is lobbying hard to get those extended. But at the moment, if you recruit a 16 to 18-year-old apprentice, then you will be entitled to a £2,000 new apprentice start grant. If they're 19 to 24, £2,000 again. But even with a 25 plus apprentice, and we're seeing changes in the local economy, we're seeing rising unemployment, those opportunities for people to bring their skills into your business would still enable you to receive a £1,500 new apprentice start initiative. Now, those initiatives extend until the end of March at the moment for new starts, but as I've said, there is quite hard lobbying for those to be extended. There is, however, support available at any time. So if you do take on a 16 to 18-year-old apprentice, there is recognition that you may have to provide a greater degree of intervention in terms of supporting that individual to integrate into the workplace. But there is a £1,000 employer grant to cover that. So that should help you to make those adjustments that are necessary to take an individual on. And 100% of the training costs for your 16 to 18-year-olds are covered by the recruitment of a 16 to 18-year-old. You get a 19 plus and older, and you will still get 95% of your training costs paid for. Now, to give you an example of what that 95% looks like, even at our most expensive apprenticeships, it's coming in hundreds of pounds rather than thousands of pounds. So it's not a massive investment considering the training costs that are attached to an apprenticeship. So those are the initiatives that are available at the moment. But equally, alongside apprenticeships, there are a range of other support that the college can provide you. Some of that leads directly into apprenticeships. So there are initiatives such as traineeships, and traineeships give you the opportunity to work with an individual or a number of individuals, utilizing it in some ways like an extended interview, providing 1 to 2 days a week work experience for an individual. The other 3 days, that person may be upskilling in their maths and English, because there is a requirement amongst a level 2 and level 3 apprenticeship standard for a certain level of maths and English. And if that hasn't been passed at the start of the qualification, then it is supported through functional skills while an individual is on the programme. But it's much better for you as an employer to be able to concentrate entirely on the requirements of the apprenticeship framework. So the use of a traineeship beforehand allows the individual to upskill in their maths and English, to gain a range of employability skills. So, in essence, polishing off any of the rough edges that are necessary with your support, and depending upon the sector that you're working in, equally providing some basic introduction and intervention into the industry that you're working in. So a traineeship can run for anything from 6 weeks right up to 12 months. So this time of the year, if you're in an industry that is traditionally supported through a September start for an apprenticeship, you could start to recruit people now on a traineeship as a view of an extended interview to get somebody to be ready for September. Again, with the plan for jobs funding available, there's £1,000 opportunity available for anybody who takes on a trainee before the end of March. So that opportunity is open to you as well. Other ways that we can help support, you may well be familiar with the Kickstart Scheme. The Kickstart Scheme is an opportunity to work with individuals who are 19 to 24, who have been registered on universal credits and maybe some distance away from the job market. You can work with those individuals, and you can take up to 30 within your organisation, and the government will support their pay costs, their national insurance contributions, and their basic pension contributions for 6 months. As a college, we can support you with completing your application for that process, or if you want to join as a collaborative, and we're able to do something called a gateway application on behalf of several employers to enable that to happen. As part of that Kickstart initiative, as well as the wages, there's a £1,500 training allowance to support you in providing the skills that are necessary to take somebody within that 6-month period that they're funded to be ready for your workplace, to step in, ideally to go into a full-time role or into an apprenticeship, if that's a route that you want to take. Slight difference in terms of the link between traineeships and Kickstart is there's a much closer working relationship with the job centre advisors at JCP in order to provide you with that pool of candidates, whereas traineeships are more of an open application process. There's no requirement to pay a wage at traineeships, but most employers tend to cover expenses at least to enable that to happen. Equally, we are also involved in a couple of other initiatives funded by the European Social Fund. The first is skill support for the workforce, and what we're able to do with that is those employees that you currently have that you may want to convert into an apprenticeship. So somebody who's currently working for you, but you're wanting to get ready to start an apprenticeship. Through skill support for the workforce, we can provide a pre-apprenticeship training program, 6 online blended modules, so a tutor working with that individual to get them ready to understand what the demands will be on them as an individual, and when they become an apprentice, to allow you to understand what that means for you, so 20% off the job, how that can be managed, but equally to understand the mapping, the tracking, the academic commitment that's required. So that funding is free to you and it enables us to provide an individual with that support. The other initiative we're involved in is the High Performing Workplaces initiatives, and there's a range of programs available. There's a designated microsite on the website for you to have a look at that covers a range of courses that will help you to upskill your current workforce. So it's everything from customer service through to business improvement techniques, through advanced IT skills, through innovation within your business, so that opportunity for people to think creatively, and equally about business planning and forward planning as well. So there's lots of opportunities in there. That program is 40% funded by the European Social Fund, with you needing to provide 60% of those training costs. So lots of ways that we can work together to support your business. Next slide, please. But ultimately, working with Selby College, our aim is to work in partnership with you, to upskill, to engage, to inspire you as a business to do more, to inspire your employees to do more, and also to make a wider contribution to our shared community as well. And we can aim to do that through apprenticeships, through higher apprenticeships, which are degree level apprenticeships, so level 4 and above, through higher education, a wide extended higher education offer that we have at the college, that we have quite a lot of local employers who tap into. We have a distance learning offer that is free to participants, that covers a whole range of distance-led programs, that level 2 in customer service, business improvement techniques, through specific areas of health and social care, through safeguarding, and a whole range of other opportunities. Through work placement, so the opportunity for you to work with some of our full-time students, in some cases in an extended way, so it might last for the rest of the academic year. Once the big wide world opens up again, you get the opportunity for an individual to be in your business for at least a day a week, again for you to develop their skills, provide you with some support, provide you with some new ideas, but equally for you as an opportunity to say, this individual might just work for me. How can I then work with that individual to support them through a higher apprenticeship or to start them on an apprenticeship route? So that lots of opportunities there. And then the other aspect that we're really keen to do is to work with you to support our community in a range of supported community activities. So that might be supporting the local food bank. It might be supporting the community fridge. It might be work with the big local. What we want to be is a hub organisation to help broker those type of activities. So we're through close working relationship with local partners and with you as businesses to bring that together to provide project-based opportunities for our learners to contribute, opportunities for your staff to contribute, for us to do really exciting things that make an impact in our community. So key messages really, just to take away, because I have rattled through it and I don't want to talk for too long. So around apprenticeships, key messages, not just for new starters. So you can take on a new employee and all of those initiatives are available to do that, but equally you can use it to upskill your current staff. It's not just about low level, so it's not about level 2, it's equally all the way up to level 4, 5, 6 and 7. It's not just day release, so we work with you to identify what is the model that best suits your business, and many of our apprenticeships are delivered entirely in the workplace, so you're not having to think about an individual coming out of your business for 1 day a week. In most cases, the majority of your training costs are covered, and if you are a levy payer, and I don't think we've got any levy payers on at the moment, we may well have. If you're a levy payer, then it's just a reminder that if you have that £3 million pay bill, you are paying money into the apprenticeship levy anyway, and if you don't use it, then you lose it. So think about how you can effectively use that levy to upskill your current staff or get new individuals into your employment. So around higher education, we've got a massive range of HE courses in a variety of subjects and at a variety of levels. So HNDs, HNCs up to degree levels. Those qualifications are nationally recognised, nationally validated, and working with some of the top universities in the country. And again, that delivery is supportive, flexible, with a workplace focus to it. So it's not just a traditional theory-led higher education experience. It's one that's got the flavour of working with a further education institution, which brings in that industry-linked, industry-relevant staff to support your delivery. Obviously, for employees, whether they are current employees or new employees, there's the opportunity to access our free distance learning training. There's a full catalogue of those available on the website. We can deliver bespoke training sessions for you in the workplace if that's what you want to, or equally provide a place for you to come and hire our facilities as away days and that type of opportunity. And then the other thing we can help you with is in recruitment. So whether that be helping you to use traineeships as an extended interview opportunity, whether that's to work with you to put your Kickstart application together. If you are recruiting large numbers of people, then we have the opportunity to work with JCP on what are called sector-based work academies. So that opportunity to take maybe 10 or 12 people, train them in the skills that are needed for your industry, give them the opportunity to interact with you as an employer. You then have the opportunity to interview a motivated, engaged, pre-trained group of people that you may want to take into your business. And then finally, from me, it's about community support. It's about what we can do together by utilizing work placement in a clever, creative way. It's about thinking about how we can support you in you achieving your corporate social responsibility. So working together on projects that work for your community and support the local area and its economic development and its equal needs. And then finally, the opportunity for you to get engaged with sponsorship of projects, sponsorship of awards, sponsorship of our sports teams to, again, get the initial extra visibility out around your business. So that was a whistle-stop tour through a lot of things. And as a result, I'm hoping that you want to talk to Leanne and I more. So as a result, Leanne will tell you what you need to do to enable that to happen.
Thanks, Paul. So obviously, as Paul's gone through everything that we offer, the college is the hub for the community. When we're back open, we'll obviously welcome you on site to come and have a look around should you wish. But first and foremost, you know, if you want to discuss with us anything that's Paul's discussed today, we can do with you a training needs analysis to look at, you know, what you want, what do you need as a business, and how we can support that, just so we can work together, you know, increase productivity, support you upskilling your current staff, or recruiting new staff. That's my role, and Paul's role is to support you with whatever you need. So may it be to recruit somebody new, we will help you support somebody, find somebody, we'll do that recruitment for you so you don't have to do that, set up interviews, and equally we'll look at your current staff you've got if you're looking at upskill, and your requirements as a business. What do you need and what can we provide just to work with you to provide that. So what's next? So we are here obviously today to answer questions, anything you need to know, or equally you can talk to us after. I think Paul's light's just gone out. So you can have a chat with us after if you wish, or we'll give you our contact details to contact us. Obviously, once the college is back open, we'll welcome you and invite you to come in and have a coffee. Equally, we're more than happy to come and have a coffee with you guys as well if you want to welcome us onto your site, and just really find a way of working together, basically so we can support each other. Thank you. So has anybody got any questions they want to ask myself or Paul? I know there's a lot of information to take in there. Did we provide any information that maybe businesses didn't know was available?
Hi, Leanne. Ollie from just again. I think certainly from our perspective, as a business that's hoping once we're out of this this global situation that we can start to pursue our growth plans. But it'd be good to identify kind of relatable specialist areas. I mean, we work closely after this. I'm on with Elaine with the fine arts department, so we're doing quite a lot with them at the moment. But it'd be good to look at the relatable kind of departments and training that you offer, just to see where they'd fit in, from anything from kind of social media marketing, digital marketing, through to obviously kitchen support, through to kind of innovation, which is obviously a big key area for us, in building our own rooms. So it'd be good to see kind of almost an exhaustive list of what links into what we offer and what we want to offer.
Of course, we can provide everybody with the prospectus and go through everything that we offer. We've got an apprenticeships prospectus, higher education prospectus, everything you need in there with a list of what we offer, because we offer the digital marketing. That is a new course to us. We've got, operational departmental, that's a new course to us. We do offer all of the hospitality qualifications that would fit. But as Paul said, that equally may be something that somebody wants that's bespoke that we may be able to offer. We can provide the list, but like we say, it's non-exhaustive, and if people need it, we certainly can look to provide that. So we can send you that over after and touch base if that's okay after.
Yeah, that'd be brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah. Just I'll just add to that. Obviously, the advantage of working with a smaller college like ourselves is that opportunity for us to be extremely flexible. So things like digital marketing, and the reason that we're offering that is because somebody approached us and said, can you provide us with some support with this? The advantage with lots of the apprenticeship standards is they're built on a platform of behaviours and common approaches. So there's lots of ways that lots of the standards that we currently offer allow us flexibility in delivery because of that crossover, but enables us to run very small cohorts, which some of the larger organisations aren't able to do. So we're able to have that conversation, have a conversation with Leanne about what your needs are, and then we come back and we plan, well, we could offer it in that way. So it could be that we support elements of fine art through extended work placement, but it could well be that there is an apprenticeship route that we then create, that are then there within the creative industries that we haven't yet tapped into, but it's an opportunity for us to grow and experience as well.
Yeah, perfect.
Anything else?
Can I just ask, I've got a couple of members of staff that might be willing to do things, but have been in the job for a long time and have not necessarily got the sort of maths and English level that you're perhaps needing to get onto these apprenticeships. What would happen then? Would they have to go in, if they've not got the maths, for instance, at the right level, retake things? Or?
Yeah, there's lots of options, Hannah. So we do an initial assessment first and foremost to see what level they are at. We have functional skills tutors, specialist tutors that work for us, for the department. So if they didn't, we could get them upskilled. We've got our adult learning hub, so it may be that they, first and foremost would like to do the maths and English first. We do have that, but equally if they're the right level to do that alongside their apprenticeship, we'd provide the Maths and English alongside the apprenticeship. So we'd work with you and with your staff to see basically what would suit. But like I say, we've got specialist tutors that provide that support anyway.
Right, lovely, thank you.
No problem, because obviously we do get a lot of, particularly at the moment in health and social care, there's a lot of upskilling and a lot of people that have been in the job a long time that are now wanting to get the qualifications that don't necessarily have the Maths and English, but we can provide support for that.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you. Yeah.
Lovely. Anything else from anyone? We will obviously provide a follow-up email with our contact details just so you've got them again for everyone that's attended today. So if you do want to come back to Paul and I with anything, any questions that you don't necessarily want to ask, then please feel free to drop us a line, and we can equally arrange Teams meetings, obviously because we can't do face-to-face at the moment, or a telephone call to catch up on anything. Is that okay?
Just a quick one,
Yeah.
Leanne. Regardless of the apprenticeships, will we still be supporting students on work placements from Selby College? Is that still a continued support process?
Yeah, I'll let Paul answer that one.
Yeah, it is. Obviously, at the moment, through lockdown and all of those sort of situations, there's been a clear steer from the Department of Education that work placement isn't something that's seen as a vital activity unless an individual unless the employer can provide a valid reason and provide all the risk assessment and all of that type of element. But our aim is, as soon as we get the green light to go ahead, then we'll be rolling out the work placements again, providing those opportunities. And I think, as I said within the presentation, there's a number of employers that it's used quite a lot in engineering, as an example, where our engineering students will go out on work placements as part of their full-time study, and then they'll progress into an apprenticeship because they've had that opportunity to work with the employer. So it's a key element of how we offer what we do.
Thank you.